Hey guys, welcome back to my channel, and for today's video I'm going to be doing a DIY sticker book for the Joann Mega sticker book. So in one of my previous plan with me's, I had done this pastel theme, and as I was flipping through the sticker book, it was literally just falling apart, and that was starting to get annoying. And actually this whole side just kind of popped off, which led me to the idea of creating my own sticker book. I know they recently released a new sticker book which had a very colorful cover on it with some gold, and I was just not feeling it, and then I decided that I would possibly DIY my own sticker book, and that is when I came across this sticker storage book, and it was on sale $3.74 and it was regular $14.99. And I was so glad to find it. It was so cheap, and this is exactly what I'm looking to make. But this was black and white and silver. And lately, I don't know why, but I've been in a pastel type of vibe. And this was great and all, but I'm thinking that is the route that I want to go ahead and take, which is why I went ahead and bought these dashboards. And they're so pretty. When I looked at it, I instantly fell in love. It has those pastel colors, and I just loved it. How pretty is this one? Choose to Shine. It is so pretty. And then it has this one with the leaves and this unicorn one. Unicorns are my spirit animal. Like, how pretty are these? So when I saw these and I knew this was falling apart, I wanted to make a sticker book. And so I also went ahead and bought the pastel expander disc. So I went ahead and bought 2 of these dashboards because I also need a back and front cover, and so that's where this comes in as well. And what I was thinking is making this the cover, and that is where I'm also going to use these half sheets, and I am going to then use my tape runner to stick them down on here and on the back. And I think that's exactly how this sticker book is as well. So actually, let me go ahead and just take it out and we can see how it is. So it has the cover. This one has a few dividers. Okay, so to section it off, but since this is just one sticker book, I think I only need to section off the left hand side with the right hand side. And so it does come with these tabs, and they do have, I'm guessing, okay, so this does have the adhesive already on there, and it is double-sided. So this is what I'm thinking about doing, but with these half sheets. But since these don't have the adhesive, I'm going to have to use my tape runner to do that. So that this is kind of where I'm going with it. And so let's see. Get these out of the way. And let me go ahead and make sure that this is going to line up. Okay, so see, it lines up perfectly, and I'll go ahead and take this tab off because this is going to be the cover, so I won't need that. And I'm going to use this one to section off the left from the right hand side. So I'm so excited. I don't know what it has been, but I have been in a pastel kick lately, and I'm not mad about it. They are such pretty colors that I'm so for it right now. So I'm just going to go ahead and line this up right at the edge, right about there. All right, so that cut it perfect. Now we have it straight, and it looks more like a cover than a dashboard, so that works out, because then we would just start assembling. And I like the fact that this is lined up with this color because it'll match perfectly, so that works out. And so I'm gonna go ahead and just start adhering these pages onto, and I'll go ahead and start on the right hand side because these are already loose and apart. And then I also went ahead and purchased a few more tape runners. This is from the Recollections brand. Of course, I'm not gonna make you watch me do all these pages, but I'll go ahead and do the first few. And then, so how did I want to do this? So I'm gonna make it line up probably all the way to the edge of this color, and I just want to double check that it's not gonna be peeking through. Okay, so I technically don't have to put it all the way to the edge, so let me just try it if I move it more off of the discs and see if that'll still work. So that does leave me a little room over here, so that would still work out perfectly. So that's exactly how I'm going to do it, and I'll go ahead and line it up, and that is where I'm thinking I want to put the tape runner. So let's try it, and then all the way down. Did I also go ahead and run it down this side as well? Okay, so now let's go ahead and try it. Make sure you're lining it up. That way all the pages will be the same. All right, so right about there. That looks so good. And then of course I'm gonna flip it over and then do the same over here. So I don't know what it was about the new sticker book. I just wasn't liking it. The colors weren't working for me. It wasn't me, so I just shied away from it. I didn't like it. I think I liked the first one better because it was more neutral. But then I went ahead and got into this pastel kick. So that is when I decided to make my own. Why not? And obviously you always want to make sure you're looking for sales. You never want to pay full price for anything. So I'm just gonna line it up right with this one as well. So right about there. All right, perfect. That's so good. I'm already liking it, and this is like the first page. So let's see. So it'll kind of look like that. How pretty is that? Oh my goodness, I love it so much. So let's keep going. So basically this is what I'm going to do for all of these pages. So that's gonna take a while. And of course, who's gonna want to sit here and watch the whole process? I mean, I know I wouldn't. So I'm not gonna make you watch or speed this up. I'll probably just go ahead and come back once it is all done and ready to assemble. So just one more. Okay, perfect. And then just line it up once again. Here we go. Flip it and then add your tape runner. So like this. There we go. Down this side. Then one more time. Perfect. And now I want to line it up with this one just to make sure everything is fitting really well. I don't want to put one slightly higher than the other, so just make sure we're lining everything up, and there goes the second page. So we'll just flip it like this and it'll be done. So I'll go ahead and come back once I have the rest of this done, and we can go ahead and assemble it. Okay, so I am down to the last two pages, and I wanted to come back on just to show you a few little tips and tricks. So at first I was outlining the whole thing with the adhesive, and so what was happening is that I went ahead and put the top, flipped it over, and I again outlined it just like that, and then put it again. So what was happening is that this part was open. Do you see that? How it's kind of opens because there was no adhesive on this part and only on the paper itself. So instead, what I ended up doing is On the first one, I would outline the top, the edge over here by the discs, and then the bottom. And so then I went ahead and placed it on top. And when I flipped it over, I then outlined the top all the way to the sticker paper. And then along this edge, and then across over here, and then again on the sticker paper. I wasn't outlining this edge anymore. And then I would go ahead and place my sticker paper on top, and then it would fully seal this edge, and it would no longer have that gap, and it would just turn instead of it being open like this. So that is the number one tip that I have. And then I was also outlining the whole sides with tape runner. And that would have gotten me through a lot of tape runners. I did end up using all 3 of the adhesive runners that were in here, but because I do believe there's a lot of pages in this book. But if I would have kept going at the rate that I was going and outlining it completely with the tape runner, I would have gone through like 2 or 3 packages. So make sure you're not doing that. A little bit of tape does go a long way, especially if you get the permanent adhesive. And so all I'm doing is just adding a little bit of tape just along the edges, and I am no longer outlining it completely all the way across. So I am going to place this right at the edge, right about there. Then I'm gonna go ahead and flip it, and I'm going to add adhesive onto the sticker paper itself, and then continue to do it along the half sheet over here on the edge as well. It really doesn't take a lot of tape to adhere these pages, so just like that. And then what I was doing is also I was outlining it and making sure it was flush right up against the sticker sheet itself, and I lined it up. And once it was all lined up, I then released it and placed it down, made sure everything was down, and then it's no longer open. And so it's just gonna flip normally, and you're not gonna have that edge still open. And so I found that that was the best way to have done it. And now see, and I just have a little bit of tape still left on this one. So just be careful when you are using a tape runner. You don't want to use a lot, or you're going to go through a lot of these. And those are the tips and tricks that I came along the way as I was finishing all of these pages. So what I want to do now is start to assemble it. And I am gonna need my expander discs, and I hope these are gonna be enough for all of these pages. So we're just gonna have to see about that. I'm pretty sure we're gonna be okay, but you never know. So the way I'm gonna do this is that this is going to be the front. This little toucan's so cute. I just love this cover so much. So this is gonna be the front, and because it is printed on the same side, what's going to end up happening is that this is then going to be the back, but it's going to be like this. So, which is okay. I don't mind it. And also because my film from back here was starting to come out, I'm just going to go ahead and do that. And I know a lot of us don't even know that these have a film, but they do. And just because mine was coming off, I'm just going to go ahead and take them off. I know when I first learned that these had these, I was like, oh my goodness, how did I not know? I do not know what the purpose is, but they're there. So if yours is coming off, just go ahead and take it off. And so, like I mentioned, this is going to be the front and this is going to be the back. And I'm just gonna start adding the discs just like this. All right. And I'm so excited. I'm glad I finally had the time to make this book. And then I'm gonna add this one. We'll do the yellow. And then we'll start back with the pink. And then this one. Okay, perfect. And now, so that's the front. And I think I'm first gonna put in the decorative part of the sticker book. And this is usually the very last page on the decorative side, but because this was really my inspiration and what I've been into lately, these pastel colors, which is what inspired this sticker book in the first place, I am going to make this my very first page. So I'm just gonna pop it in like that, and then that way this is my cover, or else this would have been my first page, and I don't think that would have looked too cute. So that's gonna be my first page, and then I'm just gonna start adding these in here, and they're pretty easy to put on. Just make sure you're grabbing them at the same time, and there we go. So let me go ahead and add the rest of these. Okay, so now that I have all the decorative pages onto here, I do want to divide them from the functional part of the sticker book. So I'm gonna grab this bookmark, and then this is how I'm going to separate both of the sections, so the left and the right, from the sticker book itself. All right, so that's gonna be my page marker. So let me go ahead and pop these in real quick. All right, perfect. So let's see, let's close her up and see how she looks. How cute is this? It is so pretty. And you see how this page, just because it is those pastel colors, it matches with the discs and the cover. And I just love it. And this page marker, the dashboard, I'll just go ahead and flip, and then I'll know that this is the functional part of the sticker book. So there's that, and let's take a look at the back cover. So the picture is on this side, and once you close it, it's just like this. So I think it looks so beautiful. I'm so glad I went ahead and did this, because this sticker book was just falling apart. They were folding up and it was just starting to be a mess. They were falling apart. I was starting to lose them. So I'm glad I went ahead and did this. I thought that this was a cute idea. I made it my own. I like it. And I think that it turned out really, really cute. I am in love with it. Every time I need something, I'll go ahead and grab it like this. It's not falling apart. And I just love the way it looks. So if you like this video, please consider subscribing, and don't forget to check me over on Instagram at Stephanie Happily Plants. And I'll see you next time.